Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is a sad day to be a Walten Files fan. This wasn't even revealed anywhere else besides Discord, which is why I'm even making this video in the first place, so I can let you guys know, because no one else is. I hate to break it to you guys, but the Walten Files 5 and 6 are officially delayed. Like, full on. Like, no, like, oh, maybe we can get a miracle happening. No, it's officially delayed forever. Not forever. It's delayed until probably, I don't even know anymore. I don't think it's best honestly, I think it's best we don't know when it's going to come out, because we don't want more promises being broken. So, Walten Files 5 and 6 is not dropping this year. And Ava does give an explanation as to why, which is nice, and I will be talking about that. But I'm gonna be honest though, it's not really a surprise. I mean, probably all of you guys probably thought it wasn't coming out this year either. I mean, you had a little bit of cope, we were all coping for like a little bit to be like, maybe they can make like huge amount of progress. Maybe they can draw and animate in 2 months' time. I don't know. Return to Parker Robert came out a month ago. Only was made a month ago. I was like, to be fair, that was like the only cope about it coming out this year at this point. But yeah, we all saw this coming. Obviously, it makes sense. Well, Files 5 and 6 are not even done storyboarding yet, and even though storyboarding is probably gonna be the part that takes the longest, you still gotta draw the whole thing, and then you gotta animate it all. Which luckily, Walten Files animation isn't complex or anything like that, so it shouldn't take as long as normal animation, which is nice. But it's still gonna take more than 2 months to come out. So it was definitely not happening. But at least we got the news that it is now, sort of. I mean, I'm hoping he makes a community post about this soon, but we do get an explanation as to why, and here, I'm going to read it out loud. I totally get the constant inaccurate release predictions and the delays being annoying as fuck to fans, but the workflow progress always tends to be widely inconsistent from episode to episode, so it's difficult to gauge exactly when an episode might release when it's so far apart from its completion. Best we can do is just say we intend for it to be released this year, and sometimes that does not come to fruition, unfortunately. I know a lot of people are complaining now about how we should stop setting predicted release dates, but we have a long time ago. A year is a really broad period of time, and we figured that we could get a lot more done in the time between the last. We hope for it to release between New Year's and now. Nothing we can do but just apologize for the disappointment and continue to work on the episode until it's done, while you guys get updated as much as possible. Ava does have a point when it comes to like updates. I mean, at least we're not in 2022 where we just get radio silence. At least we have a whole ass account dedicated to progress reports and stuff, which is a lot better than what we had before. But how do I even talk about this? It's sad that this is even happening. Like, I kind of wish. I don't get why Martin even does something like this. And I know that Ava says that they didn't do it for a long time and stuff. But, I mean, Martin kind of did. Have we forgotten, like, the last big update we have gotten in, like, May of 2025? Like, he literally, like, we can go back to that fucking community post. I mean, I'm not going to, but we can go back to there. And Martin has literally said in that fucking community post, which actually ages horribly now, that, no more false promises, guys. No more false promises. It's coming out this year for sure. Like, do I dare? No, I can't. I don't think I can. I don't think I can go to my YouTube and look that up. But Martin did say that. I can promise you that. In May of 2025, in that one big update report that was so promising, He did say that it was coming out this year, and that no, it was not gonna. It was no false promises are gonna happen anymore. And unfortunately, that was also. That didn't happen. I don't get why Martin made that promise in the first place, considering the episode was literally just finished writing at that time. He didn't actually make any progress on the actual episode. I feel like I'm hoping after this Martin learns his lesson not to just keep his mouth shut. Like he needs to just keep his mouth shut. Like every time he literally just says release dates all the damn time, and it's always wrong. Like if you see Martin saying a release date, unless like the premiere is going on right fucking now, the premiere shows up right fucking now, don't ever believe it. Just immediately assume it's not coming out that time, because it's most likely going to be the case. Like, I'm sorry, at this point, there's no point of even saying, oh, let's have hope this time. Look, I had hope and cope for a long ass time, okay? I understand. And I'm not mad about this delay. I mean, I know a lot of people will be. And I know there's probably, I don't even know if there's going to be a community left by the time episode 5 comes out. And I'm definitely going to be continue watching, but I'm hoping that this will be the last time, for real this time, that this will happen. This will be the last broken promise. Hopefully this will be the last tally on the list of broken promises that Martin does all the damn time. Oh boy. I know that YouTube comment section is going to be a fucking war zone when a community post comes out. Anyway, Martin, Ava does talk more about this. Yeah, I think that was when Martin first made the season 1 wrap-up project, which is like which I'm pretty sure is like the fucking script, I guess. I don't know. I forgot. It had a really strict schedule and deadlines for each phase of production, but it kind of quickly fell apart when Martin realized storyboarding for episode 5 and 6 was way more difficult and time-consuming than it is for something as simplistic as Return of Pumpkin Rabbit. But hey, we may have gotten a delay, but at least we know that episode 5 and 6 are going to be worth the wait. There's a reason why it's taking this damn long. It's because these 2 episodes are way more complex, way more deeper than anything Martin has ever made previously. So, it is understandable why it has to be delayed, because, it's a big episode, it's like 2 hours worth of content that is way more story driven than any other episode ever combined. So yeah, he has to storyboard like each shot of the episode, which is like 2 hours. It's almost 2 hours. And he has to make sure each shot looks decent enough and stuff. It's a lot of work, and sometimes, and also another problem, this is what happens, unfortunately, but life does get in the way. I wish it didn't, I wish life could just fuck off, but we all know. I mean, I'm hoping we all know how awful life can get, and how distracting it can be to really work on something you really want to work on. And sometimes that does destroy the motivation you have on working on that project. So at points you might not make any progress for a long periods of time because you just don't have it in you. You don't want to work on something. You don't want to force yourself to work on something. That's like the worst thing you can do when working on a project is to forcing yourself to work on it. Like, I'm gonna give you guys that advice. Don't fucking work. If you have a project that you're working on, don't work on it. If you feel like you don't have the energy for it, don't work on it. At that point, it's going to be rushed, and you're going to feel awful when you're actually done with it, knowing how rushed it feels to you. Maybe it won't. Maybe people will still like it, but, who knows? Maybe it'll end up being awful. I don't know. But yeah, I can understand, Mon taking his time, obviously, and why it can take a long time for just storyboarding, man. Was there anything else? We quickly felt, also Martin used to have a schedule, which we all thought when we heard Martin say that it'll come out soon. It might come out later, like in October or something, or September maybe. It seems like that schedule didn't really work out at all, because storyboarding is way more complex than before. I mean, honestly, I always thought at one point I always thought it was just drawing simple things, and it seemed like to be the case. But I guess maybe this episode was way more complex and had way more secrets, hidden things, or whatever. Or maybe it's just like a way more visually more difficult to make, I guess. And also, it's kind of these episodes are way more depressing. Maybe that'll also be another reason as to why the episode is taking so long, is because it might actually drain you out when working on it for such frequently consistently working on it, like see, Return of Pumpkin Rabbit is probably like fun to make because it's like different and more simple, but Walten Files is way more story driven. It's way more depressing with the characters. It feels more real. Sometimes it kind of drains you out just working on it all the time, because the story is so much more, I guess, deep. I don't know. But yeah, stuck to the schedule as closely as he possibly could, but it wasn't enough to get the shit done on time whatsoever, which is unfortunate. Anything else? Oh yeah, this is kind of interesting. I think Martin's been pretty demotivated in the past week or two, so only a handful of shots have been done right now. Though he's taking to working on the Walten Files episode 6 secret video in the meantime until his motivation storyboard is back. So right now, it seems like Martin is working on the secret video for episode 6, which is interesting. Martin actually posted something on the Twitter side of the Daily Walten Files account, the one that we've been following for a while. No, that probably won't work. I want to show it, but I don't think it's gonna work out. But it was like it was pretty much like, okay, so here's the context, right? Martin yesterday posted that no progress was made today, and it was like day 96 or something. And then tomorrow, which is today, he now posted just a fucking image of like a skeleton just being dead, just completely dead. It's like a skull, like just completely got not erased. The skeleton died. There's a bunch of skeleton bones laying on the ground. And the fucking day, instead of being 97 like it's supposed to, now it's day 104. I don't know what that means. I don't know why we time traveled, and I don't know what the skull means, but maybe it's not anything bad. I know it may seem kind of bad, or maybe Martin's doing not great mentally. No, it seems when I posted about it on the Discord, crew members were laughing about it, so it seems to be something related to maybe the Walten Files in some way, maybe inside joke, I don't know. Maybe it's something related to the Walten Files 6, secret video, I don't know, man. It's such a cryptic thing to post randomly, and I have no idea what it is. But yeah, I think that's it. Martin hasn't really talked about this at all in any other places besides ever talking about it on the Discord, and I'm honestly praying and hoping that Martin does talk about all of this I said in this video eventually, because I feel like this information might be good to know for people that are not really in the Discord, which is like not a lot of people at all, which is why I'm making this video, so hopefully my fan base at least knows about it. By the way, if you're going to comment on this video, please be respectful, be nice. If you want to share your disappointment, you can, for sure. I can definitely understand definitely why people would be disappointed, and I think they have every right to be. But please don't be rude to the crew or anyone. If I see any sort of aggression or just people being assholes about it, I'm going to block them and remove them, because I don't want that shit here. Look, man, if you're gonna do that shit, do it somewhere else. Do it in the Walten Files community post. People do that all the time. So maybe you'll be right at home. But for me, get that shit out of here. We be civil. We be civil around here. We don't be mean. We be nice. I think. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to make this video. I don't even know what I'm gonna make the thumbnail for this, since I'm shit at that. Hopefully, I don't even know. I mean, maybe I'll make just the fucking screenshot of Ava saying it as the thumbnail. Fuck it. Make it simple, I guess. Or maybe I'll just make it a black screen. Fuck it. I mean, this is a pretty sad video, so maybe it'll fit. Maybe I should just make it a black screen. There's nothing at all. Anyway, I'm done. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Please.